and I'll just break everything and my body just doesn't cooperate with me. Some people call it clumsy. Yeah, not me, because I am a reformed person. Hi, beautiful people. Welcome back to Nhom Lau by Awit, where we talk about mindset, identity, personal growth, and reclaiming your purpose. So, the other day, I was talking to a colleague, and he said something really, really powerful that stopped me in my track. If I knew I would live this long, I would have taken care of myself. That's what he said to me. Now, maybe they meant it in a different way, but for me, that statement really, really got me. It got me to think really hard. It echoed something I already thought of or was thinking about. We live like we won't last. But what if we do? What if you live a long, full life? What if you're here for decades and decades more? Are you living today in a way that honors the future version of you? Those are the kind of things I was thinking about. Let's talk about that particular tension. Living in the now while still being future minded, because the mindset shift is changing everything for me. I felt like it was almost like when he said it, it was a quote that I needed to hear to confirm what I already been thinking about. So here's the thing. Some people are stuck in the future, always planning and never quite living, right? And others, they're so present that they forget that tomorrow is coming with bills, aging body, relationships, and regrets. If we're not intentional, I believe wisdom lies within the tension, living in the now with the future woven in your mindset. Because the version of us that we're talking about is not just for today, it's the 40, 60 years or more. Because as they say, life is short, but to be honest, it feels kind of long if you live, say, to 100 or to 90. That's actually quite a long time. Think about it. At times when you're at home and you're having a really hard time, you can't wait for the day to end. But that day kind of feels long. So imagine that in years, right? Let's talk about the obvious, which is around our diets, right? What we eat, what we put in our body. I'm not talking about all this trendy stuff or the latest thing to do with your body. I'm talking about lasting things, right? I'm talking about having a sustainable lifestyle that it will sustain you for the future. Something that makes you feel like I will be around for a while. Recently, example, I started having more anti-inflammatory food, right? And then also I removed things like refined sugar in my diet. And I'm like, I don't need these. I need to honor my body now, because you know what I mean? My body be telling me, sis, we gotta talk about this. We gotta talk about life, Like I'm shifting my thoughts and thinking about my future body and what will happen, like not just like externally. We're talking about things that happen from within. Your blood works will start changing and things like that. Now, go see your doctor. I'm not saying that. I'm just encouraging you towards things like that. This is about future proofing your health, and it starts now. It doesn't start then, it starts now. We can actually try to change our lives. Second, movement. Movement is key, right? Going to the gym, going for a walk, hikes, etc. Now, if you ever had injuries, chronic pain, or sometimes, like in my case, when I was little, I was doing weird stuff and I would just break everything and my body just doesn't cooperate with me. Some people call it clumsy. Yeah, not me, because I am a reformed person. Okay. Movement overall is not just about, say, weight loss or whatever. It's also about just health, mental clarity, and just well-being in general. It's like mobility insurance. It's choosing joy over stiffness. I work out because I want to dance forever. I want to dance as long as I can. So when I'm 90, I'm like, breaking it down. Years and years ago, I deprive myself of joy. Like, what I mean by that, I never allowed myself to have joy and fun and all of that. So, and it's crazy to think that, that's abnormal, but we unintentionally do it. We don't allow ourselves to explore new things or all of that. We just kind of stayed in this space. But we need all this experience to feed our soul and stretch our imagination. Like, for example, how I was sharing in the other video about how Africa actually changed my life, or traveling through African countries changed my entire life and how I see things. Like, finding your tribe, discovering new culture, or even taking a solo trip, sometimes it's like the best thing ever. It builds confidence, vibrant, and it just makes you connected to a wider community, people with same interests. Like, don't go and wait for like a better time. There is no such thing as a better time. The time is literally now. Whatever age you're in, like anything in your backyard, there's so many things to do where you are. Find those experiences, because a future version of you would thank you for choosing joy. Because when you're old and you're not doing much, or not even old, but when you're in a capacity where you can't have those experiences, you have richer memories, perspective, and wisdom, and you have this beautiful memory in the back of your mind. You can laugh about all the dumb mistakes you made because you have those experiences. 4, let's get real about money. Enjoy your money. It's good. You work hard for it. But also you want to save, invest, and build something, right, for your future, for whatever that looks like for you. In my other video, one of the things I said I would never probably do is to have a credit card unless it's for a reason, for a purpose, and it's a one time only. I don't know. And things like creating budgets and all of that are all a part of that future mindset. So, because the truth is, life can like throw you a curveball and you don't know if something happens tomorrow. Would you be prepared for it? Do you have an emergency fund, a saving account? You don't, like a saving account that you don't even touch no matter how broke you feel. You know what I mean? And a long-term vision, potentially, of owning a house, or properties, or building wealth. We can't afford to just live anyhow now, but somehow expect to have stability later. It just doesn't work that way. You gotta have a plan. No one's holding us, and saying, here's your inheritance. Maybe for some people, but majority of us, we don't have that, right? We don't have just wealth sitting around waiting for us, which is beautiful if you do, but most of us don't. We are builders. We are the legacy makers. Your financial discipline today will set you free tomorrow. Now, go see a financial coach. Go see somebody who will help you with your finances. They will do a fantastic job at doing that. Think about it. And if you're terrible at it, get accountability, get a tribe in to help you around this stuff, because this is going to be important. Because what happens if life throws a curveball at you? So back to the statement in the beginning. If I knew I'll live this long, let's flip that actual question. What if I start living like we know we'll live a long time? What if I made decision that said, I want to be healthy at 70. I want to be healthy enough to be blessing other people. I want to be whole emotionally and spiritually. I want to say thank you to my younger self for preparing a way. I want to hear from you today. Drop a comment. What's one thing you're doing right now that will help you in your future? Your future self may thank you for it. And if this message hits home for you, share it with somebody who feels stuck in the now and needs help moving forward and being future minded. See you in the next video.